What's going on, y'all? My name is Mamudu Kargbo, and this is Mamudu's Movie Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing my series that I've been watching, Galaxy Express 999. We are currently on episode 4, and we are heading to Pluto. Pluto is at the end of our universe. It's a cold, icy planet. I like to call it the divorce court at the end of our galaxy. All the way out there, it's cold and no one wants to be there together. This is a cold, icy planet that our heroes, Tetsuro, and his guardian, Maytel, are going to be approaching as they're riding on the Express 99, trying to find the planet where they can get Tetsuro a mechanical body. As they're proceeding, Maytel tells Tetsuro, of course, because she always wants to give him the skinny, when we pull up, I'm going to need you to go ahead and watch out. Stay within the town. Go ahead, walk around it, but don't go outside. And if you go outside, we don't know what's outside. We ain't ready for outside. So with that in tow, they stop the train. It pulls up to Pluto. You know what I'm saying? It breaks the ice as it goes ahead and pulls in on the tracks. And then Maytel gets out, says, I have some errands to run. I'm going to go ahead and do my thing. And then her heels right out of her town because she knows where she's going. At this time, Tetsuro, he decides, yeah, town's boring. I'm going to follow her. Follows her right out of town. So this little moron decides that it's time for him to follow her and go wherever she goes. Maytel ends up going out to what seems like a wide open field. She falls down on one little patch of ice, and then tears begin to fall out of her face. At this time, we see Tetsuro come up over the mountain and see her go over the field. And then as he descends down, he looks down and sees he's in a graveyard. The bodies of different people all over have all been gathered here. The reason is because this is the last planet in the galaxy. If you have the right amount of money, pay to get your mechanical body on this planet. And then leave your actual body here in a graveyard and take off to explore the cosmos. Basically, this is the spot where you go from fleshy teshy to the silver surfer. And next thing you know, you surf the cosmos for Galactus. Or, you know, just because you need a hobby, something to do in between these next 1,000 years. Tetsuro sees that this is a graveyard. A woman with no face walks up and approaches to him. She turns out to be the caretaker of the graveyard. But why don't you have a face? He doesn't ask these type of questions. I don't know if you just don't ask questions when you're, on a trip to go get a mechanical body and give up your fleshy teshy, but I'm pretty sure I would ask that type of question. Be like, lady, did you trade for no face, or was that like a rent with an option to buy type of option? I don't know. Oh, no. I purchased the body as a down payment, but face sold separately. That's fine. It's cool. Comes out in the next catalog. I wasn't feeling my old face. It wasn't seasonal enough, so I wanted to switch up and get something that's more modern. She didn't have a face, but she did have a layer. If you can afford a layer, but you can't afford a face, priorities. What are we doing? You bought the secret layer plan, but you couldn't afford the face to lure me in. This faceless grave guard, who, mind you, has a great outfit for being a guard. Usually you got to wear that entire little spot. She has a nice wispy dress. If she's got a flakjack vest under there, you wouldn't notice. You know what I'm saying? You pop, pop, pop. You shoot at her. She's like, my dress is bulletproof. Cue the John Wick montage. Wouldn't that be kind of dope? You know what I'm saying? A woman with no face, forced to John Wick in a world full of judging. I don't know. Anything like that. That would be stupid. This graveyard guard takes Tetsuro back to her lair. And in her lair, she sees a great big gem-like structure. And in that gem-like structure is a body. A human body. And the guard walks Tetsuro right up to the body and says, yeah, this is my body. I just like to keep it for one day whenever I ever choose to return. She then goes to give Tetsuro a hug and appreciate him for coming. And then Tetsuro starts to feel himself become weak because Tetsuro is a nice guy. He gives hugs, almost too many hugs. You ever seen that guy in 2020 that was giving out free hugs? That's Tetsuro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just all free hugging, thugging with free hugging all day. So Tetsuro starts to feel weak. Oh, damn, guard, you got a serious grip. Oh, God. Oh. And as he's starting to feel weak, the guard starts to let it slip.
Oh, this is all part of my plan. If I can just take this human soul and put it back in my body, I can be back in my body and not in this faceless Walmart option.
Right? So, out of nowhere, the crack of a whip, it's Maytail to the rescue. She whip and nay-naying this situation down to nothing, baby. The guard falls back, having been whipped and nay-nayed into submission. And then she looks, she's like, you can't stop me from getting that boy's soul. What? Watch me. The whip is cracking. Tetsuro's down on the ground. He doesn't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I think Willow Smith was back there just doing one of these, whip my hair back and forth. It was a wild situation. The guard escapes. Now we have a situation. Now the guard has disappeared, and Maytail and Tetsuro go back to the hotel. They try to go to sleep. Maytail tells Tetsuro, don't listen to anything you may hear. This place is called the Planet of Indecision. On this planet, people have chosen to leave their life or they've chosen to end their life. Tetsuro attempts to go to sleep. In the middle of the night, though, a mirage in the middle of the street is playing. And this is a theme I think is going to be a recurring problem. It's Tetsuro's mother. Once again, someone on another planet is pretending to be his mom. Is there just like a party city or like a Halloween spirit depot somewhere in the galaxy where everybody's got his mom as a costume? Like, are you kidding me? How many people can get disguised as his mother and he keeps running outside into interplanetary weather to do it? My mom was yelling out during the hurricane storm we had. If my mom was yelling in that, I would still call her. And I love my mother. Call her like, Mom, why the hell are you outside in hurricane snow? Tetsuro gets called outside. He can't stop. He can't fight it. He has to go. And he ends up running outside. He hugs the spirit. Oh, yes. The spirit looks like his mother, walks him back to the lair of the guard. Classic story. So the cemetery guard now drags Tetsuro back disguised as his mother. She had the no Walmart face option with minimal accessories now available for $19.95. She could really put on the guise. Anyone, she was a hoot around Halloween. She could be whoever she wanted. She won every contest. Happy Halloween. Now she's got Tetsuro back to her depths. She's in her lair, and she begins sucking the life out of him.
Again, gotcha, Tetsuro. Once I take your soul, put it back in my body, I'll be able to be flesh and blood again. Fleshy, teshy, let's go.
Out of nowhere, the air sizzles because watch me whip. Watch me nay-nay. Don't watch me whip. Watch me nay-nay. Maytail back ready again. Heavy with the whip on her Indiana Jones. She ain't playing around. Okay? Listen. It's an issue. That's what her end of her whip is saying. Her whip every time she cracks it. Issue. So, as soon as she whips her, the guard drops Tetsuro, having been whipped and nay-nayed into submission once again. Maytail starts cracking that whip. They doing the dance back and forth. And Maytail, you come to find out, she's got some John Wick capabilities. She's flipped over some tables. She's like grabbed her finger, snapped it, hit her with an elbow, roundhouse, up, down. You strike with the elbow. It's called a weenus shot. Weenus uppercut. Weenus roundhouse. Weenus attack. So now that they fought, Tetsuro sees the upper hand. He jumps up, points the gun at the body and says, hey, guard, if you move one more time, I'm shooting this body. The guard jumps in front of it. No, please, it's all I've got left.
I need my youthful vigor once again. I can't keep being Walmart's poster girl.
The guard backs down. She says, just get out of here. Get out of here. I never want to see any of you again. Don't threaten my body. All of a sudden, she's the victim. Classic robot. They leave the planet. Maytel and Tetsuro now have a bigger understanding of the fact that some people come to this planet and make that choice and end up making a huge mistake. But Tetsuro's determined. He wants to go ahead and get his body, and I believe that he will. On this episode, I really learned that there are some moments when you will be fooled by the closest of faces. Like you'll get somebody who's close to you or appears close to you, just like he keeps getting on every planet when they keep disguising as his mother. Tetsuro keeps getting taken for a run. So it's important to really know who's with you, because Tetsuro is learning that Maytel is there for him at any time he needs. She gave him the pass to get on the Galaxy Express 999 to achieve his dream, and she has his back. He needs to focus on that. And every time he does, and he protects her, they end up going further. So I think that's what the message I'm supposed to learn from this episode is. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a message for everybody out there too. Make sure you protect what has your back. Because these days, I think we need extra. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been my series review of Galaxy Express 999, Episode 4, headed to Pluto. We are going on this journey. We're continuing forward. Please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. If you enjoy it, comment below. And if there's anything that you're watching you want me to watch with you or possibly comment on, leave it in there. I'm looking forward to seeing some. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.